Hey everyone, my name is Tasia. Welcome back to my channel. So for this week, we are going to be doing two different things in this video. We are going to be decorating the week of September 23rd. Why September 23rd, you ask? That is the first day of fall, and I really wanted to use the Hello Fall Kawaii Kit that is going on right now. Subscription signups are open through July 11th. So if you wanted to sign up for this kit, there is just a few days left for you to do so. We're going to put that down. I have no idea what's going on that week, so we're not going to fill anything out, but I am going to flip back to the coming week, which is July 8th, that I already pre-decorated, and we're going to fill that in. So this is kind of a fun video. I never do this type of layout, but when you do decorate in advance, I'll kind of show you how I work things around, or you know, how things work. So anywho's, let's get started with this week. So this kit comes with a ton of stickers. We have 10 full sheets plus the bonus sheets, which are the bottom washi strips. So I'm going to start with the bottom washi strips, and then I think I'm gonna need a little bit of whiteout, but I'm not sure about this September thing here. I think that's gonna stick out a little bit. We'll see. It just doesn't go with the kit. That's the only thing I don't like about this planner, is that right there. And that there's a full calendar on every single page. Anyways, let's get started. So for the bottom washi, I don't know if I want to use, I'm leaning towards either this pumpkin or this one. And I think I'm going to do this one here. And so we're just going to line this up the best that we can. The thing is the corners in this planner, they're not cornered anymore. They're rounded, which is another gripe of mine. I have a lot of gripes lately. I feel like I have been such a negative Nancy. But it was just like the little things that just made working with this planner easy, I feel like disappeared. Once we get used to it and I work with it enough, it will be no problem, but right now it just kind of bothers me. So that's the bottom washi. It does not cover this little section here, and I did that purposefully because I like to use that for my menu planning or something that I do every day. Maybe it'd be workout or something like that. Not that I work out every day, but if I did, I would put it there. Yeah, I don't want to work out every day, but I do want to start a regimen. I just had my eyebrows microbladed yesterday, so I can't do any activities that that would cause me to sweat or get oily or anything like that. So I've just been hanging out in air conditioning. Oh, that's where I'm going to want to use the whiteout, is right in that September. We'll leave it out for now. I don't know, maybe it'll work, but I think it's going to get covered either with a sticker or with whiteout. But anywho's, I had my eyebrows microbladed yesterday, and I had a lot of you guys asking because I put a before and after up on my Instagram stories, but I really like the results. My eyebrows were extremely thin. It's kind of like a tattoo. It's a semi-permanent tattoo, basically. They're not using a tattoo gun. It's like these string of needles, like really tiny little handheld, and they draw hair-like strokes on around your eyebrow to kind of just make a match. And I really like how it turned out. Anywho's, we're gonna go ahead and put down the date covers, and I don't know if I want to try to just do it to where I can cover up and keep above this. Let's try that. I'm gonna try with, I guess I'll start with Tuesday. Normally I would drop it down to this line, but then let me see if it will cover that. Oh, I think it will. Okay, let's do that. It won't cover the Autumn Begins, which is actually kind of nice to have that showing. Hopefully this covers. Yay, it does. Okay, cool. I'm used to using my weekly kits, which definitely cover because they're a little wider. Worst case scenario would have been that I just used a little bit of whiteout. So we have that. But more about the microblading. It was not sore whatsoever. They put a numbing cream on, so I went in. They put the numbing cream, and that takes about 20 minutes, and then we draw out the shape. They draw out the shape for you and you approve it, and then after that the microblading starts. And the microblading, it was 3 passes, so 3 rounds, but each round, I swear, was just it just felt like a few minutes. I don't know, it may have been longer. My perception of time is terrible, but it went by really quick. The longest period was figuring out the shape, because everybody is a little not symmetrical for sure, but I feel like I'm really not symmetrical. So it required 3 girls. So we had my artist who was doing it, but she had to bring in others for opinions, because I guess one side of my face, the brow bone, is longer than the other one, and I was just I'm all honked up. But anywho's, they've made it look really nice, and yeah, that's that. I'm really excited. The little 6 is sticking out, so I'm going to grab my white out really quick just so I can cover that. I always get asked about these tweezers because of the needle nose, where I got them, and unfortunately I got them with my printers, so I don't have a link to these exact ones, but there are some really great crafting tweezers out that I'll link below. I hope I remember to link below, but I will link below. You can get them on Amazon, or if you want to go to like Michael's or Joann's or something like that, they have them there too. Just cover that up. But they make a huge difference. If you have a hard time putting down stickers, especially smaller ones, or even just putting things down straight, I feel like they help out a ton. Almost done with this. And then we'll move on to doing the week. For those of you who've seen me do this before, you know I have a method to the way I like to lay things out, especially when I'm doing things in advance. If I'm doing things in advance, I have this kind of like generic template that I follow. It's not so much of a template, but kind of like a guideline where I keep the checklists on the top, because I love lists. Lists just work really well for me, so I have that. And then I have I do a mix of like a full box, a half box, and a quarter box, and I try to just keep that mix on the page. The stickers are repositionable, so if that day comes and it just doesn't work out, it's really easy to scoot them around, but for the most part, I feel like that mix is a really nice mix for me. It works really well. So, almost done with the date covers, and then we'll move on to that. One more. Oops. But other than that, I don't think anything really new is going on in my life. The microblading was like the biggest thing. Ellie is doing good, our new little puppy, and so is Pixie. The 4th of July just passed, and Pixie had a really hard time with all of the fireworks. I feel like everybody and their mother was blowing off aerials, like illegal fireworks. I don't know where they're getting them, but everybody had them. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Let's do the sidebar actually before we move on to this. So this thing I definitely want to cover. So my options are to either put a nice big full sticker on there or white it out. I don't really want to white it out too much. If anything, maybe I would white it out just enough to where I can start my full box where it's in line with this. That way it just doesn't look as high. I think... Do I want to do that? What did I do before? No, I started it higher and everything fit really nicely. So I guess I'll do that, and I'll work from the bottom up. So it looks like I have enough room to do 3 full boxes and 3 habit trackers, or a mix of such. So let's just do that. So let's see here. I think this one is really cute. So I definitely want to use a fun decorative one like that. I definitely want to use a blank schedule and then the habit trackers. That's pretty much the mix that I always go to. So let's put this one down first. We'll work from the bottom up, and then that way it'll just be a little bit easier. So I'm lining this up with the end of my washi tape, and hopefully I put my washi down relatively straight, and then all of these will follow. So we'll put that one, and then I will put, I don't want to put, I don't want to put the habit trackers right up along this one. I kind of like to break them up. So I'm going to put a nice pattern in between them. Like that. Oh, this is going crooked. And I think it's because this was crooked. let me try and pull it up a little bit. Like that. And then we'll put down the habit trackers, which is on page 8. And we'll do just a nice mix of colors. So let's do an orange. Oh wait, let's think about this because this is green. So I don't want to end with green. So let's put the green down first. And then we'll follow with the orange. Oh, just gotta get that down as straight as we can. I feel like it's veering off. I can see it getting wider. We'll just try to slowly push it back that way. I wish that was enough space, but I'm going to have to put one more. So let's put a nice teal one down. And then we will put the full box. Oops. Let's get that in there. And then the autumn vibes. I cannot wait for fall, you guys. I am so excited. I was so we have to design a little far in advance. So I was designing these kits, and somehow Zach found pumpkin spice creamer at the grocery store. Some generic brand, I don't know. He got it from Fred Meyer's. It tasted terrible, but it was the thought that counts. When we opened it up, oh my gosh, it just smelled so good. It made me want the fall to be here already. I want to cover this up and use a wacky holiday, but I'm gonna wait. And let's move on. So I'm going to do the checklist. So that's page 4. I always get all discombobulated. So 4 and 2 is what we're going to be working with. And so I'm going to use all of the to-do headers for the top because we're going to be doing the checklists. And we'll just line that up at the edge. And then I will put the matching color. Right underneath. I like to put a little bit at a time so that way I can kind of pull the tail of the sticker. Oh, I have to put white out on that. That's one nice thing about this planner though, is that if you just took white out just to these lines, you just have a blank column. So you're not really, you don't have those restraints of the boxes. So I'm actually gonna run this through because I don't need those lines anywhere. So I'm just gonna white all of these out, and then I'm gonna put all of the headers in the checklist down, and then I'll check back in with you after that. All right, so I have all of the checklists down and everything is whited out. So I'm going to put the checklists on the side so I don't get mixed up with that, but I am going to keep the headers close to me because I think I'm going to sprinkle those in as well. So next up comes the kind of like the bulk of the planner. And what I like to do again is full box, half box, quarter box. It's kind of my secret sauce. It works so well for me. So I have all of those ready, and let's just get into it. So I think because since this is the first day of fall, I think one of these pretty or cute fall quotes, I cannot talk, would be really good in there. One thing that I could do is I could color block, which you guys know I love color blocking, but that might get a little tricky. I don't know if I want to do it, but I think it would just look so nice. I'm gonna do it. I have enough stickers, not like it can't be done. So let's do it. There's something about color blocking that is so pleasing to my eye. It just keeps me in line. I don't get all scattered or all over the place. I feel like sometimes if my spread is too busy or doesn't flow very well, it just kind of makes me a little more all over the place during the day, if that makes any sense. So cozy socks, crunchy leaves, pumpkin spice, everything. We're gonna put that. Let's go ahead and put down a half box. And I think I'm gonna use this one here. And I'm actually gonna put this a little lower because it has this little Scotch tape look to it, or washi tape look, and I'm gonna put it right above this line because my goal is to leave all of those empty so I can use it. I think I'm gonna use it for our work schedule, and I'll use this for our menu plan. So I'll put that down, and then let's put a quarter box. Technically, I wouldn't even need a quarter box if I didn't want to. I could just put a cute little icon, which I think that will be better. So let's do that. I don't know what's going on that day, so I'm gonna put this little wheat bundle. Do I want to put it facing that way, or do I want to put it I'm gonna put it this way, just because it was hanging over slightly, and I know I'm gonna be putting a full box there, so I don't want it to get in the way. So next up, we're gonna be putting down that full box. We're looking for that maroon color. I don't want to put two words next to each other, so I'm gonna put this one. And we'll just line that up. And I might actually not use the headers. I don't know, we'll see how it works. Because I'm color blocking, it kind of just all blends into each other. So we have that. I take that back, I probably am gonna use a header. I see it coming. So let's do that, and then let's put that header. Just put it right over here. And so you'll notice if I didn't white those boxes out, I would kind of be bleeding over everything slightly. So that's another reason why I like to white it out. So I'll put that down, and then let's put a different type of half box. Do I want to use this white one or this colored one? Let's use the colored one. And I'm not going to line it, I'm not going to put it directly up. Although I could. There's so many decisions. I kind of like having a little bit of white showing. I feel like it breaks things up. I'm gonna put this down. Guys, can you hear Ellie having a cow upstairs? She's with Zach, so she's fine, but she's just a terror. She's like a little, she's just non-stop all the time. She's a true puppy. So I'll put, let's put another little icon. Put these cute little pumpkins. I don't know what's going on. Again, I don't know what's going on that day. I keep saying that. Next up, let's put another full box. This is bothering me. This is crooked. Tweezers, again, easy to pull up the sticker. I always put a crease in the page. If not, I can just smooth the sticker out if you bent it like that. That looks a little better. So next up we have that greenish color. Let's use this one. Wednesdays I typically have a lot going on because I'm getting ready for the new releases and things like that. So I do a lot of designing on Wednesdays, a lot of just putting things into the digital format for the website and all of that kind of good stuff. So we'll put that. So I'll have more room to write. And then let's put down a header. Oh my goodness, she is so squawky. I hope you guys can't hear her. She went and got her shots today, and I thought the shots would kind of make her feel a little meh. I'm gonna switch this one out. But it did not. They gave her, she's never had wet food before. She's only been eating kibble. And she came out and her whole face was covered in just wet dog food. And they're like, sorry, we had to give her something so we could, so they could give her the shots because she was like just moving so much. She's a hot mess. I couldn't believe that they didn't wipe her up. But that's okay. I'm sure she loved it. So we have that. Let's put our little half box. And then we'll put our quarter box. Our first quarter box we're using. I went from saying I use a quarter box every day to using it just this one time. And again, I'm gonna line it up. And just to make it kind of flow a little bit better, I'm gonna center this between the two so the white space is a little more even on both sides, like that. So you can see it's super easy layout, especially when you're planning so far in advance. I'm going to follow that trend on this side, and then I'll meet you back to show you, and then we'll jump into planning for the week of July 8th. So I'll check back in with you in just a minute. Alright guys, so this is how it turned out. I really like it. I think the colors are really pretty. The color blocking, I'm all about it. I know in the beginning of the video I mentioned that I was going to do this spread here, and I really tried, you guys, but I was just getting more and more frustrated as I filled this out, and they're really dumb reasons, but I'm gonna show you the film or the footage of me putting this together, but it's just going to be by music because I just kind of lost it. It was a really hot mess. So the things that went wrong that I want to warn you guys about is that I was using this Slick Rider pen, and I thought I would really like it because the pen tip is pretty nice, but every time I would start to write, let me see, hopefully it does it for you now, but every time I would start to write, look, it like doesn't work immediately, and it was really driving me nuts. You can tell here I had to kind of start it up on this pen, on this paper, but I had to start it up over and over and over. So I wouldn't recommend it. Stick with the Pilot Ultrafine permanent marker. That thing is my ride or die. I really love that thing. But yeah, another thing that I messed up on is I immediately started filling this out as a menu, and then I didn't realize I had put utensils across the bottom, so I started pulling them up, and then it was just like all downhill from there. So enjoy this wonderful music that I chose for you to watch me put this spread together. But that is it, you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
AAA credits are right. Hang up the phone and let your heart break. Only in LA 24 twice. She's on the phone but she's staying on Wilshire Boulevard. Old dreams dying hard. You want you to return this love. Breathing in the dark, weightless, working hard. You want you to return his love. Now he's bleeding diamonds on you, but that ain't enough to turn the page. He's kneeling, wants to feel known, but he's not the one who goes away. That ain't enough to turn the page. Leash is off, suit is on point. Won't cause a scene or stir up no clash. On second thought, Venice by 4th. She's on the job but she's staying